Good evening everybody, it's Charlie and welcome back to another video on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Hope everyone's doing alright today. As always, we're nearly at the weekend guys, nearly at the weekend. But it is 2 days before the game. It's been Javi Grazia's press conference earlier on today, so we all know what that means. It's time for your predicted 11 ahead of Wolves against Leeds United at Molineux on Saturday afternoon. I will be reacting to a few things that Javi Grazia has said in the press conference as well, so make sure that you stay tuned. Just before we get into it, as always, please smash that like button. It really helps get the video out there. Please subscribe to the channel as well if you're brand new, and share all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, and of course hit that notification bell so that you're always aware of when content is out on the channel. So then, as I said, Javi Grazia did his pre-game press conference earlier on this afternoon, where he obviously answered a lot of questions. He didn't really give much team news away, as he likes to keep that to himself, which is annoying as a content creator. But he was asked about Cooper. Obviously, Cooper's been out for a while now. I'm not sure where his fitness is at. He has been included in the Scotland squad for the international break. For me, regardless of if Coops is fit or not, I think this back four is a back four that you can't change at the minute. I think it has been fairly solid of late. You know, Ayling, Koch, Verber and Firpo seem to have a good understanding. It seems to be working fairly well at the minute. And for me, just because Coops is captain doesn't mean that he's got a God-given right to be in the squad. People who have watched me for a while know my feelings on Liam Cooper. I just don't think he's a Premier League footballer, in my opinion. I think long term we need to be phasing this guy out of the team. I think, for me, even Pascal, I don't think there's a way of Pascal or Coops getting in this squad at the minute unless there's an injury. Obviously, we found out yesterday as well that Tyler Adams will be out for this game as well, and he's not been included in the USA international squad as well for the international break, as he's picked up a hamstring injury. We're unaware as to how long he'll be out for, but he'll definitely be out for the Wolves game. And obviously he'll be assessed at Thorpe Park over the international break. So hopefully it's just this one game. However, like I shared on Twitter yesterday, it might be an unpopular opinion, but I don't think he's been great of late, Tyler Adams. So it will be interesting to see what midfield Javi Grazia puts out there. I've got a fairly good idea of who I think he will play. It's just a case of if he chooses to do it or not. So yeah, let's just get into it, shall we? My predicted starting 11 for the game against Wolves. As I said, get all of your starting 11s in the comment section down below as well. Obviously in goal it'll be Ilan Meslier. I mean, against Brighton he did concede 2 goals. Were both of them his fault? No, not really. I think both Brighton goals were as a result of poor defending from Leeds in those moments. But obviously he hasn't really got a keeper that's giving him some healthy competition at the minute, has he? The back four, as I have just alluded to when discussing Liam Cooper, I think it will be the same. Obviously Luke Ayling, he did have a bad game against Brighton. I thought Mitoma absolutely had him on toast. But hopefully, you know, he'll have improved. I think this game will be a lot different for him. He'll probably be coming up against Daniel Pedence maybe, so hopefully he can have the better of him. Koch and Verber, again, really good partnership, really solid. That's why for me, Pascal and Liam Cooper are not getting in this team anytime soon unless there's an injury. I think Verber has just improved the whole back four since he's come in. It's been a really good improvement. And Junior Firpo is on the form of his Leeds United career without still setting the world alight, but I think compared to his usual standards, he's been world class compared to his usual standards. Filiberto Carlos, as I now like to call him, again, been really good of late, fairly solid defensively as well. So yeah, hopefully he can keep that up. The midfield is where it obviously gets interesting now with Tyler Adams being injured. There's 2 different ways that he could go with this. If he plays a double pivot, I think it will be Mark Rocker and Weston McKennie in the holding role. The three in midfield, if he plays a 4-2-3-1, I think the three in front. Now, I want Willie Gnonto to start, I really do, and I want Somerville to be dropped. I want Harrison to be dropped, really, but I'm not going to be unrealistic. Harrison scored and assisted in the last game, so I think that'll be a huge factor. I think Jack Harrison will start. I think Brendan Aronson will also start as well. And I think Willie Gnonto will start ahead of Crescencio Somerville. And I think it would be Patrick Bamford up front in that case. If we play a 4-3-3... obviously, he did mention in the press conference today as well that Darko Gyabi and Archie Gray are midfielders that he would consider in Tyler Adams' absence. So, for me, that makes me think now that if he does play a 4-3-3, I think the front three would be Harrison, Bamford and Gnonto. I know Sinistera is getting back to fitness, but he only played 30 seconds literally against Brighton. I don't think he'll start. I don't think Rodrigo will either. I think this could be another game where Roddy starts on the bench. But if Rodrigo is impressed in training, if he is a lot sharper, out of Rodrigo and Sinistera, who am I more willing to risk? I think it would be Rodrigo at the minute, just for the goals that he's scored this season. So for me, it'll either be Rodrigo or Patrick Bamford in that number 9 role, whatever the formation, and then obviously on the right, I think it would be Willie Gnonto. And the midfield three, if he went with a 3, I think will be Mark Rocker, Weston McKennie, and Darko Gyabi. Which formation would I prefer? Probably the 4-3-3. I would like to see Darko Gyabi. I think the stuff that we're hearing from under 21 level is that he's a really good prospect, and it'd be good and interesting to see how he would get on in a Premier League fixture from the start. But I do think he will go with the 4-2-3-1, and we'll see Brendan Aronson, Harrison. Hopefully, if Rodrigo's up top, I'll feel a little bit more confident. But if it's Bamford up top again, I know Bamford scored in the last game, but he hasn't really offered much more of late in terms of his all-round play. That's just my opinion on that. But yeah, 2 different formations that I think we could go with there, guys. Hit me up in the comment section. Which formation do you think that we'll go with, and which 11 do you think we'll go with as well? If you've enjoyed tonight's upload, please smash a like on it. It'll really help me out. It helps get the video out there to more people, and obviously brings more eyes to the channel. Please share all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, as I've said, and please subscribe if you're new. We're on the road to 3,000 subscribers. Share it with your friends, your family, your neighbours, whoever, so that we can get more eyes on the channel. I will be back tomorrow night live on the channel at 7 o'clock as we preview the Wolves game. So if you're about at 7 o'clock, make sure that you join in and get involved in the live chat. I'll flash all of your comments up on screen, and hopefully we can have a good chat about what we all think will happen in this game against Wolverhampton Wanderers on Saturday. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow night, guys, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.